Catherine, the way people get in trouble in the kitchen is by having their feet right together like this, so that when they pick up something like that, they have these little shuffle steps, or they're standing sort of like this and they pick this up and they step across their foot like that. That's the way we cause, we get tumbles in the kitchen. So what I want you to learn how to do is to set this bow and arrow. Can you set one like that? Yep, bow and arrow. That lets you rock forward or back. So you can rock forward and pick this up and then turn, and your feet are not going to get tangled. See that? So let's give that a try.
The key to moving safely around the house is footwork. Stumbles happen when your feet are too close together or when you step one foot across the other during a turn. Instead, when you are working around the house, place your feet in the bow and arrow position, which is 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Your back foot should be turned out a little. This will make turning, lifting, reaching, and stooping safer and easier. You can practice putting your feet in the bow and arrow position in several places all around the kitchen. Try setting your feet, then opening and closing the refrigerator door. Do the same with the oven door. Remind yourself to set your feet in a bow and arrow just before you do anything that takes some effort. Put your feet in a bow and arrow, then reach up to a high shelf to take something down. Now, pick something up off the counter and lift it up to that same high shelf. Notice how your balance is steadier with your feet in this bow and arrow power stance. The same bow and arrow power stance makes reaching down to a low shelf much easier. Use the bow and arrow when you pick up and carry something heavy, like a large pot or a step stool. Setting your feet in this bow and arrow power stance can make your work a lot safer and steadier. Most people pride themselves on multitasking. But for people with Parkinson's disease, multitasking is a thing of the past. Instead, teach yourself monotasking. Do just one thing at a time. Make sure that thing is completed. Then do the next thing. Make sure it is completed, and so on. You could practice monotasking when unloading a dishwasher, for example. You pick up a dish and place it exactly where you want it. Pick up the next dish and place it in the right place, and don't get ahead of yourself. Keep doing one thing at a time. You will find that monotasking is much safer than multitasking. Monotasking is a skill which improves with practice. It can make getting things done much easier for a person with Parkinson's. Always stand with 1 foot forward and 1 foot back when you are standing at the sink. This will make it easier to step away from the sink when you're done without getting your feet tangled and losing your balance. If you have difficulty standing at the sink, sit on a stool. You can steady your elbow on the sink's edge while you're brushing your teeth or shaving or applying makeup. A lot of people let the walker get way out ahead of them. This is the wrong way to use it. walk with a walker, stay right up inside it. Your front foot should land in front of the back wheels on every step. When you're using a walker, don't go straight up or straight down over a curb. Instead, come up parallel to the curb and set your feet in a bow and arrow. Then lift the walker over the curb, step up into the walker, and off you go. Come up parallel to the curb, set your feet in a bow and arrow, lock the brakes, then lift the walker over the curb. Lock the brakes again, then step up over the curb and into the walker. Unlock the brakes, and off you go. Come up parallel to the curb, set your feet in a bow and arrow, lock the brakes, then lift the walker over the curb. Lock the brakes again, then step over the curb and into the walker. Unlock the brakes, and off you go.
You're going to walk right here with your walker, sideways, okay? This foot's going to go here, this one under the walker up and go, okay? That's the way, right alongside. Wait, get your feet set, get your walker a little closer to the curb, can you? That's it, okay? This foot under the walker, right foot under the walker. No, wait, yes, that's perfect. And now lift it up. Good. Turn your walker. Good. Get your feet set.
What's the next move?
Get your feet set. 1 foot here, 1 foot under the walker. Set your knees, lift the walker, and bring it down in front of you. Perfect. Now step down and step down.